يثبت الله الذين آمنوا بالقول الثابت في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة.
For example, you all know the story of, you all know the ideology and the concept that's been pushed that the Quran is not, the Quran itself has been changed in the manuscripts. Have you heard this doubt before? You know where this doubt came from? This doubt came from a Orientalist who did tahqiq of the Kitab al-Masahif Ibn Abi Dawud. This Kitab al-Masahif is one of the books that talk about the manuscript, the mushafs that Uthman sent. This book is written by the son of Abu Dawud the Sunan. His son wrote it, Abu Bakr. An Orientalist brought this manuscript out. First person who brought it was the Orientalist. He was a German Orientalist. He brought it out. His name was Arthur something. He brought it out. At the beginning he brought all the shubhas. Because the Muslims didn't yet produce the book, what happened? Anybody who wants to read the book has to buy the one that he worked on. Are you with me, brothers? And so the doubt creeped into the Muslim countries like that.
So he has an Aqidah book. He also even has another book, his son. His son is an Imam. And Imam Abi Dawud's son, Abu Bakr, is an Imam. Yusharu ilayhi bil banan. He has a book called Al-Masahif. He has a book called Al-Masahif. And I advise you all to buy that Kitab Al-Masahif. Are we all together, brothers? This Kitab Al-Masahif, it talks about and it refutes the Orientalists who speak about the Mus'hafs and the Quran, the differences and the wordings and how the Mus'haf of Uthman when it came and the difference of the Masahif Uthman sent to the different lands, each Mus'haf and how it was and the sciences related to that. His son, Imam Abi Dawud's son, authored a book in it. Are you with me? And look at this. Imam Abi Dawud was asked, shall we take knowledge from your son? And he said, no, don't take knowledge from him. They asked him, should we take knowledge from your son? He said, don't take knowledge from him. The reason is because when a father praises his son, it's a praise towards what? Himself, right? It comes back to him. Like he's kind of indirectly praising who? And they didn't like the idea of praising themselves. Like the scholars did not accept that. They did not accept that because they can see his nobility and his righteousness and how great he was, Imam Abi Dawud. Abi Dawud's son, Abu Bakr. This book, the Masahif, I want to mention some benefit of it. The Kitab al-Masahif. This Kitab al-Masahif, one of the first, if not the first, person who brought it out when the publishing and the printing houses came to the Muslim world was a bit late. The Muslims, they woke up and they realized the printing press and publishing house, it came late to the Muslim countries. Are we all together? The first country that had it was Egypt. Printing house. One of the early. The Ottoman Empire brought it there, and it was in Egypt. Ala kulli hal, this Kitab al-Masahif, the first person who brought it out was an Orientalist. It was an Orientalist, a mustashriq. He read it and he manipulated the book. Altered it, changed it, used it in his own advantage. And so the scholars that came after it, they received more manuscripts, they corrected what he played with, and majority of them at the beginning of the book, they spend hours of pages of refuting the doubts that he's brought forward. Because he wants to prove the Quran is what? It's not preserved. And that the Masahif Uthman sent was different, and the Sahabas had different Masahif, and their letters were different. And this shows us, subhanAllah, how important it is that we Muslims read and study and we go through our our knowledge and read it. And if we sleep, then others will benefit from it. Isn't it not sad that we're behind in the world and then even our deen, others are coming into it? Don't you find that sad? That's how it's become.